Burger Hour by Shamar Call Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders which are a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim pushing his truth and sincerity and those who putting the videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. This is McQuall and Company VA can get right into it. It says ICE is building a state of the art urban warfare training facility to simulate homes in Chicago and Arizona. So we know ICE is basically these devils uh rounding up Issachar to put them in camps and send them back to Mexico. But what they're probably really doing is putting them in these camps, um selling them off for organ and stuff like pedophile island, whatever Esau want to do. Okay, because we know how these devils operate. Okay, we know how these devils operate. Why do you think they're like so hell bent on doing this? Clearly, they're selling jakes and selling jakes for sex trafficking and all that. Esau been doing all this. He been doing all of this. Okay, the only reason why we even know to the degree that we know it is because Yahweh Bashimi Ashah is lifting up the skirt of Babylon. It says he, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, is looking to build a state-of-the-art urban warfare training facility that will include hyper-realistic simulations of homes, hotels, and commercial buildings in Chicago and Arizona, and an acquisition form for the procurement of hyper-realistic training devices for a new training facility for its expanding special response team SRT program. ICE outlined a detail of plans for its new training center in a document published on the U.S. Federal Business Opportunities website. While ICE sought to redact the location of the new training facility in the document, it was not successful in doing so. So they tried to basically make it like the documents they got online for the public to see, but some of the stuff is like so-called classified, so they like black it out or whatever. They tried to black out the facility, but what ended up happening was they weren't allowed to, so now boom, here we are. It says while ICE Slocky, I'm gonna start. It's down here. It says after copying and pasting the document contents into a separate document, Newsweek was able to establish that the facility will be built at the Office of Firearms and Tactical Programs (OFTP) Tactical Operations Complex (TOC) at Fort Benning, Georgia. Independent journalist Darwin Bond Graham initially pointed out that the plans for the facility had been published on the Federal Business Opportunities website on Tuesday, pointing out key lines in the documents on Twitter. The new training center is expected to be part of an expansion at Fort Benning, a U.S. Army post straddling the Alabama-Georgia border next to Columbus, Georgia, which is expected to see as many as 50 additional buildings added to the site. Now we know what they're doing. Okay. They're gonna do what they're doing coming for Issachar. But then what they really doing is also two birds, one stone, getting prepared for Jacob's trouble, that martial law. Okay. But so right now this is almost like a test run. Okay, they're just coming for Issachar. But then they're gonna start coming after the rest of the tribes. That's why they're gonna open up all these facilities. That's why they really wanna that's why this is a serious thing, and they putting it on army bases because they know this is going to be it's going to be beneficial to their new plans that they got coming out, which is the martial law is going to be coming. When you know they're going to have to come at the Jakes. Okay, so let me see. It says, at a minimum, the TLC will contain a multitude of basic, intermediate, and hyper-realistic training devices, a tactical training warehouse, classroom facilities, and vehicle assault training area, I said. Detail like the number of dishes left on the table, toys in the yard, all provided clues. So they're going to basically set up scenarios to let you know what's going on. Like if ICE is at the door, if they storm in at a certain time at night, right? So they'll come in, and in case somebody try to hide, they'll see like, hey, 4 plates, so it should be 4 people here. Or they see 4 glasses of wine or whatever, hey, it should be like 4 adults here, yada yada yada. That's setting up all possible scenarios to not leave no stone unturned. It says, with the initiative expected to cost an estimated total, sheesh, sheesh. It says, so these are the prices right here for Chicago, Arizona. So these are the money that they're putting into doing this. Why? Because this is an important thing for them. Like they're going to make all this money back just on Issachar alone, selling Issachar for the organs, sex trafficking, all these other things that Esau does. They're going to make this money back either way. It says among the training devices expected to be included at the new training site are hyper realistic prop/design that simulates residential houses, apartments, hotels, government facilities, and commercial buildings, along with other training configurations. The device
learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
Mr. President, have you seen evidence, proof that Iran was behind the attack?
Well, it's looking that way. We'll have some pretty good, we're having some very strong studies done, but it's certainly looking that way at this moment, and we'll let you know. As soon as we find out definitively, we'll let you know, but it does look that way.
Mr. President,
Do I want war? I don't want war with anybody. I'm somebody that would like not to have war. We have the strongest military in the world. We've spent... no, I don't want war with anybody, but we're 35. We have the best fighter jets, the best rockets, the best missiles, the best equipment. But with all of that being said, we'd certainly like to avoid it.
what are the options, Mr. President? What are the options if not military?
Well, we have a lot of options, but
it says the devices are defined as scalable, portable, modular training structures that would be made from the portable shipping containers or other appropriate modular materials that can be relocated to alternate sites as needed. So they're going to be taking, in other words, they're going to be taking the show on the road. The actual things they're going to be using, it's going to be the things they're going to actually be using in the field. It says hyper realistic is defined as such a high degree of fidelity in the replication of battlefield conditions in a training environment that participate so willingly, suspended disbelief that they become totally immersed and eventually stressed and calculated. I says hyperrealism, the agency states, is a critical component to this acquisition, as details provide essential information that must be acknowledged, processed, and acted upon to minimize risk to our special agents. It says, for example, details like the number of dishes left on the table, toys in the yard, lighting, furniture, etc. All lighting, furniture, etc. All providing clues that allow our agents and officers to infer vital information that directly affects their safety and the potential resolution or outcome in the scenario. It continues learning to process information quickly to identify whether there are children present or how many people are currently, and the structure is a necessary skill developed in training. So in other words, they are getting completely ready. Okay, Esau is going to come, and he's right here telling you. He's right here telling you what's up. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him. The Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression, and Jacob, says Yahweh. So Esau definitely going to come as a flood, okay? And the only people who are going to survive this are the elect, okay? It's already written that Esau is going to come. We already know that, okay? The only thing that's not on the table yet, as far as we can see, is who's going to receive salvation. But this is why we got to make our calling and election sure, because Esau is plotting right now. He's ready. He's getting ready. Esau, this is not a game to Esau. Okay, the only people who think this is a game are Jakes. Okay, you got Jakes in the world thinking that everything is going to be like Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood every single day. This is what Jakes are thinking. Nothing's going to happen. But Esau is telling you right here in this article that he's preparing to come. Okay, and this isn't just for Issachar. He's going to turn up and he's going to come after the rest of the tribes too during Jacob's trouble. It's right here. It's already written. Okay, and only the elect are going to survive. The only way you can plan for this is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, but I really just wanted to bring out that article. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakal, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity, and diligently putting out videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. Shalom.